From WPTV News Channel 5, it's Slay Your Day with TA.
Adrian Stein.
Hey, TA.
Welcome back to Slay Your Day.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
And, there's so much going on in the news, we lose sight that tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, but there's also a special day happening today ahead of Valentine's Day, too.
With your girlfriends, right?
Well, Galentine's Day.
Gal, G-A-L.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Parks and Rec? Great NBC show. If you haven't,
Yeah.
worth catching up on.
Okay,
Did you watch that show?
No, I didn't.
Oh my
so
gosh,
what's
it's great.
Galentine's Day?
So Galentine's
It's
Day.
not where you get a gallon of gas, I'm assuming.
No. Leslie Knope, one of the main characters on Parks and Rec. Crazy character. She's wonderful. She came up with Galentine's Day. So if you don't have a Valentine on the actual day, you go out with all your girlfriends
Oh, I love
and you
that.
do something fun. So now it is actually a holiday.
Oh, that's perfect, because
Yes.
I'm perpetually single. I need something to go do, you know what I mean?
And this is Galentine's Day as far as like ladies celebrating ladies is what
Sure.
she had one of her lines. But I think it could be for guys too.
Yeah, I think
Galentine's Day.
Galentine's Day.
Doesn't have the same ring.
No, but I think sometimes if you're not with somebody, this day is really hard for a lot of people.
I had lots of single Valentine's Day.
Right, and so it doesn't bother me now that I'm over 40. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do the normal things I do.
You realize the insignificance. It doesn't.
It so doesn't matter.
Right.
I mean, because you.
It does matter.
With 3 kids and a husband,
Yeah.
what do you really want? It's Valentine's Day's on a Friday night this year. It's perfect date night. What do you really want though?
For me, working full time, having 3 kids, running around like a crazy person most of the time, I truly like a quiet night.
Like Netflix?
I'm good with Netflix, a great show on Netflix.
Some wine?
Sure.
Some chocolate?
TA, you're speaking my language.
And then you're done, right?
And then that's it.
I think guys sometimes make it too complicated. They throw things up against the wall thinking that it has to be elaborate.
Well,
but in reality, you're so overstimulated and programmed, you kind of want it dialed back.
And I think that, again, it comes with age. Our first date was on Valentine's Day.
Our first date?
No, my husband. We can make this our special day too. My husband and I, our first date was on Valentine's Day when we were in college. And so when we were young and pre-kids, there was a lot of pressure on that day to really mark a first date, plus it's Valentine's Day. Now, we do something special for each other, but...
Do you remember anything about that first one, or is it kind of a blur, like 20 some odd years later?
Yeah, well, thank you for
10 years later. 10 years later.
It was actually 22 years ago.
That seems so old, right?
It seems crazy, but we met in college, early on in college, and it was one of those things. I remember the first moment I actually saw him, and I was like, yowzer.
Do you still feel that way?
I do.
That's great. We need more of that in our lives, right?
Well, but we all have our moments. Don't get me wrong. 22 years is a long time since the first date. But yeah, I remember that day. I remember where we went, and we tried to keep it somewhat casual because of the pressure of it being on Valentine's Day. It just happened that was a Friday night, and we went out, met up with people after going to have a drink early on in the process. And
so my favorite thing from Valentine's stimulated from or came from when I was in kindergarten. Remember those? You would put little candy hearts in everybody's box and it would say things on them.
Conversation hearts. So
is that what those are called?
Somebody delivered these to the newsroom today.
Yours says #1 fan.
Yeah,
I love
that was from Melissa, our assistant news director.
That is so kind.
Yeah.
But I have a bone to pick with you because you last week, speaking of candy, put this in my head.
What did I do?
The Starburst jelly beans are hands down the best jelly beans.
Jelly beans.
I am now on my 4th bag of Starburst jelly beans. I'm not even kidding.
I didn't mean to do that. But especially when Easter comes along, there are good jelly beans.
Yeah.
And there are not good jelly beans.
There are. So I will put the ones that have the flavors that are very fancy, but they're $4 for a bag like this. Those are good. The Starbucks are $2.50 at Publix for a bag like this.
Yes, the Starbucks version.
My downfall. And then there's the ones that are the generic Nope name.
Yeah, and they have black ones so that it tastes like that black licorice.
Right.
And then they have purple ones, and it's is this grape? You can't distinguish the flavor.
It's not a real flavor.
I'm with you on that for sure.
All right, Adrian Stein.
TA Walker.
We're here to make you smile.
So start right now.
You got it.
Slay Your Day can be found in the WPTV app on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Plus on the Taste and See South Florida Facebook page and the WPTV free mobile app.
Okay.